Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen today, I wanted to talk a little bit about Bionanogenomics Incorporated. This is ticker symbol BNGO, and it's one of the more popular, kind of hype stocks, retail stocks, whatever you want to call it. I know this thing was absolutely massive on like YouTube. I didn't mean to click on that, but I know this thing was absolutely massive like on YouTube and stuff around a year ago at this time. And this stock is so interesting and entertaining for so many different reasons. Obviously, the science and technology and everything around it seems great. It seems very forward looking. It seems like it could be really cool. Seems like a massive opportunity, and it seems like it has massive potential. There's been ties to Cathie Wood. She really likes this stock, really likes this company, has in the past. That has gotten it a ton of fanfare and everything. And just how dang volatile this thing is makes it so entertaining to track and follow, even if you don't have any money or skin in the game. But man, if you have some money in the game on this stock, it gets even crazier. Looking at where we've been year to date, we're down 29%. So, this thing hasn't even had a single green day in 2022. That's pretty crazy. Over the past 6 months, we're down 64%. That's crazy. You don't see many good days. You see a little jump from $5 to $6 here, but man, this is pretty much straight down. And over the past year, we are down 72%, coming off 52-week highs of 1569, and from there we're down over 85%. So this thing has been absolutely insane, but that's making people wonder, hey, there was people buying this thing at $8, $10, $12, $15. Now we're at $2.29. Is Bngo a deal? Is it time to buy the dip? Is this thing worth diving into, worth researching, worth doing some DD about? That's what we'll be talking about in today's video. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I would appreciate that a ton. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content, and consider checking out the first link in the description below for the Patreon. Help support my channel and my content. That would be absolutely awesome. Every single dollar of the Patreon goes into the YouTube portfolio that we track on a weekly basis here on this channel, growing a small portfolio over time and showing you guys how easy and simple it can be. With that being said, let's get right into this. So, again, Bngo currently sitting at around a $650 million market cap. It's been very volatile. It's been very crazy. When you zoom out a little bit, this thing has been everywhere from 28 cents to $15.69 and everywhere in between. People have made a ton of money off this stock. People have lost a ton of money on this stock. But again, everyone has an opinion. It's very interesting. I wanted to go over this article from investorplace.com where they say Bngo is a low-priced bet on sound science. Out of favor, Bngo stock provides pure play exposure to an optical genome mapping pioneer for folks with a tolerance for risk. That is one way to put it. You absolutely need a strong stomach. You absolutely need a tolerance for risk if you're getting involved with Bionanogenomics. This company's definitely worth a look. Again, at least according to the people writing this. It takes guts to invest in out-of-favor assets like Bngo stock, but the long-term rewards could be substantial. Just to recap, Bngo focuses on advancing genome mapping technology. The company has more than one product, but the best known is called the Sapphire System. This is a genome imaging tool for high-speed, high throughput structural variant detection and analysis with exceptional sensitivity and specificity. The Sapphire System is based on the idea that a range of conditions, including cancers and developmental disorders, can be detected quickly through structural variations in a patient's DNA. Obviously, being able to indicate that stuff fast, accurately, precisely, it's not tough to understand how that could be so valuable, how that could be, so insane and so worthwhile. As we'll discover, Bionano Sciences is solid, and the company's financial data is better than you might expect. Again, for a company that's down 85%, over the past 10 months, yeah, you're probably expecting to see a pretty horrific, financials and earnings reports and all that stuff. Seems like a dying, if not already dead company, at least, just based off ticker prices. At the end of the day, you might just find a contrarian opportunity with this ambitious, future-facing diagnostic specialist. So let's dive into it again. As always, guys, no investment advice at all in this video. I'm not telling you that you should or shouldn't buy Bngo. I'm not telling you to throw your life savings into it. I'm not telling you to sell out. I'm just going over the news, what some people are saying, what's going on with this stock specifically, and just kind of giving you a foundation for you to go do your own research, go do your own due diligence, and make decisions for yourself. It's all entertainment, all just kind of talking about the news. Just kind of keep that in mind before we get too far into this. But Bngo stock at a glance, from 50 cents in December 2020 to 15.69. Bngo stock sent the shareholders on a rapid and thrilling ride. That run-up wasn't meant to last forever, though. The stock coughed up the majority of those gains. Some folks learned a harsh lesson about gravity in the markets. In the final trading days of 2021, the price was slightly above $3. Again, we saw we're down like 20 to 30% so far in the new year. Yet this opens the door to possible multi-bagger returns in 2022. This is what some people are saying. Like, hey, if this thing went from 50 cents to 15, maybe it can go back there. And hey, at $2.29, I don't even need it to go back to $15. If this thing goes to $4, if this thing goes to 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, I would be very, very happy. Hey, 15 or even more maybe is potential. We've seen it before, not even that long ago, so it seems possible. You could get much lower than 15 and still make out very, very well in the stock at this point, and that's what gets a lot of people excited. Now, is that the best way to look at things? Not necessarily, but that's definitely what some people are going to do. So management is executing on its objectives. This is a big, big thing. To be more specific, Oppenheimer Analyst maintains an outperform rating on the stock while assigning a $14 price target. That is massive. Again, we are currently at $2.29. A $14 price target from here is insane. It is crazy. And man, if it does that, people are going to make a lot of money. That's going to be crazy. Behind the stock's volatility lies an underappreciated message. They say even as Bionano shares price declines, they feel that management is executing against a cytogenetics adoption thesis. The financial data seems to support the Oppenheimer Analyst claims. During 2021's third quarter, Bngo generated $4.7 million in revenue. This was a 112% year-over-year increase. Bionano's balance sheet remained rock solid, according to them. The company has $326 million in cash and short-term investments as of September 30th, 2021. Plus, the company shipped 24 Sapphire systems to customers in quarter 3, 2021 versus 11 in the period a year ago. Again, that's over 100% growth in a single year. On top of all that, Bionano is on track to meet or exceed its 2021 Sapphire placement goal of 150 plus. So it's evident that the company is indeed executing on its objectives. So that is obviously very, very cool. They say still a pioneer here. Bngo has made considerable headway in advancing the Sapphire system. Nevertheless, the company seeks to make further progress. Again, this is something that's looking very, very far into the future. We are probably years and years away from any kind of mainstay, main appealing to the market kind of genomics, stuff. Like we're very far away from that stuff. This stuff, it's not happening tomorrow that the Sapphire systems are going to be everywhere, that they're going to be normal, that they're going to be commonplace, that they're going to be, really, really usable, I guess, for lack of a better word. I'm kind of blanking on the exact words that I'm trying to say here, but genomics is something that's still probably a couple years away, but that doesn't mean that Bngo, is not making great progress already, and obviously they understand we're years and years away, so they're going to continue to try and make great progress. They're not happy with the crazy results and stuff that they've seen already. They recently completed their first prototype for its next single molecule imaging system for optical genome mapping. This prototype is, according to the company, being used to integrate and test the key engineering designs of a new instrument and consumable product. The product is intended to meet the needs of high volume users. That's going to be a big thing. Scalability is going to be really, really big with this stuff. If you can do some crazy system on a super low volume, that's really, really hard and inconvenient, that's not going to get a bunch of people to adopt it, to buy it, to use your product or services. But if you can get this thing out to millions of people in a cost-effective, efficient, fast, interesting way, that's really where I believe you can start making some money, obviously, and where this thing has a chance of more mainstream adoption. Please know this is not the Sapphire system, rather it's a prototype for a next generation commercial mapping system. The system based on this prototype is expected to be released during the first half of 2023. So again, that's still we are possibly over a year away from anything like that happening. The press release suggested the new system could offer improved speed compared to the already fast Sapphire system. Compared to Sapphire, which images DNA at a rate of approximately 205 GBP per hour, the new system is expected to image nearly 820 Very, very much faster. Very, very crazy. But at the end of the day, what they do say here, no doubt about it, 2021 was not an easy year for Bngo holders. As such, I still give Bngo stock a C in the portfolio grader. However, a new year could come higher price points. Who knows? Maybe this price target of $14 could actually happen. I think that's very, very interesting. And I also just really appreciate how realistic this is. You know, they talk about a lot of the great things Bngo is doing, but they still say, hey, this maybe is not the best investment right now, at least in their opinion. And I tend to agree with that a little bit when I'm taking a look at my own investments in my own portfolio. You know, when I'm looking at this yearly graph, this thing has not stopped falling yet. You know, this doesn't read, to me at least, like we've found a bottom. And again, I personally think we're still a couple of years away from any kind of genomics plays being all that relevant at this point. Yes, it is hype. Yes, it is exciting. Yes, we can see the future where something like this is very, very, you know, useful, very, very profitable, an awesome business model. But again, I don't think we're there just yet. And, you know, one of the big old adages is like, it's better to be late than it is to be wrong. So, you know, I'm still kind of waiting for Bngo to flesh this whole thing out a little bit. I think genomics is absolutely the future, but I don't know if it has to be Bngo. There's other companies in the space as well. Bngo could be one of the big winners. It could be one of the big losers. To me, it's still very, very risky. And again, when I'm looking at this 5-year chart, yes, we've dropped a long way. We've dropped 85%, whatever. But again, in the not so distant future, this thing, or in the not so distant past, this thing was 28 cents. So it's not like we couldn't fall further. It's not like this has to be the bottom. It's not like this has to be a great buying opportunity. And when I look at the market right now, there's all kind of stocks at you know, lows that we have not seen in a couple of years. You know, there's stocks that are way, way, way beaten down. There's stocks that are great, amazing deals all over. Bngo might be one of them. They could be one of them, and there is for sure a lot of reward potential. Just like the guy says, maybe the bull case for this thing is $14. Maybe that's, you know, amazing. Maybe that's possible. But there's a ton of risk that comes with this one as well. And I just, you know, in my personal opinion, I don't know if the risk reward proposition is necessarily where I want it to be just yet. Now, if this thing keeps tanking, if the numbers keep looking good, if they keep increasing revenues and increasing year over year and all that stuff, hey, Bngo, you know, is a stock I've owned previously. I don't own currently at the moment, but I'm not necessarily opposed to owning it again in the future. But I know there's a lot of people, you know, wondering right now, hey, is it the time to buy this thing? Is this the opportunity to get in? Is this thing going to the moon? And it's like, you know, nobody knows. Obviously, nobody knows for sure. But does this have to be the bottom? You know, could this thing go lower? I definitely believe so. But again, who knows what's going to happen? But that's at least my thoughts and opinions on the whole situation, and, you know, thoughts and opinions of some others as well. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate that so, so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Bngo. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.